up, guys? This is Josh from Casket Comics. Giving you new comics for the week of April 24th, 2024. So let's get right into it. First, we'll have Something's Killing the Children, number 36 from Boom Comics. And once again, I'm still trying to catch up on this comic, so I'm not going to show any pages from it yet. I'll just flash an image up here. I also picked up a really cool variant cover from Jenny Frison for this issue. And it'll also pop up here after that one. But yeah, the issues 1 through 20, which I'm caught up on, have just been awesome. So really looking forward to getting into the rest of it and catching up so I can show you guys some images here and there. So yeah, next going into Image Comics, we have World Tree number 9. And also another comic I'm catching up on. So not going to show you anything from that. Just once again, flashing some graphics up here. But it's also from James Tynion, the writer of Something's Killing the Children. So it was just something I had to pick up. And I have to keep picking up. I'm going to eventually catch up. But it's, you know, he's a great writer. So I don't doubt his stuff. So next we're going kind of flip-flopping back and forth. This one we're going into Marvel with a Spider-Punk number 3 Arms Race. This one I will show you some stuff. This continues the story of Hobie, Spider-Punk, and his band fighting. They pick up with him fighting, straight up fighting Dr. Octopus of this universe, because he just seems to be the overarching villain of all the universes. Once again, fun book. It's not been my favorite read, but it's a good read. Just mostly him. A lot of action. A lot of, you know, some cool splash pages. A really good splash page. And you do, by the end of this one, Ock reveals that he has like a giant mech that he's going to fight them with. And of course, Riri's on the team, and she's created her own mech out of their Spider Van. It's just it's pretty wild. It's just kind of what you would expect. It's a little wild, a little insane, really fun. I do like Ziegler's writing. I like Mason's art. It's just, like I said, it's just not my favorite Spider-Man thing right now. So, but it's a good read. Definitely recommend picking it up. And that is Spider-Punk Arms Race number 3 from Marvel Comics. Next, continuing Marvel, we're going Superior Spider-Man number 6. This one kind of picks up in the fight between Ock and Peter. Now that they've captured Supernova, Peter realizes that the way Ock did it's wrong, and he wants to use her for like an unlimited energy source. Ock still has his dream of the power, the power of the sun in the palm of his hand. So you have like the face off between them, and they are trying to, Peter's trying to stop him, Ock's fighting him. And by the end, Peter gets his blows in, but Ock just realizes that the gauntlets Peter was using before are unstable and they're going to explode. And if they do, they're going to take out the whole city, almost like a nuke. And so, of course, Ock flees, even in the face of like the woman he loves telling him that she's going to stay. He still says, that his life is more important, and he leaves. And he doesn't get upset by it. But in the process, Supernova finally realizes that the Peter we know that's Spider-Man now was not the Peter that captured her. It was, Superior Spider-Man, Doc Ock, that captured her. And that's kind of how that not concludes, but kind of tapers off. And then we get into the Superior Spider-Boy, as he's been taken over by these spiders that Ock I believe Ock had created. And in the process, when Peter and Anna Marie get back to the city after a funny hitchhiking scene, they realize that these little spiders from Spider-Boy have taken over the entire city, and they're controlling people. It's kind of turning everybody into a Superior Spider-Man. So it's pretty, just in their mind at least, their Ock's mind. So pretty crazy ending. Once again, still a good read. Not like I've said it before, but just not as good of a read as the original Superior Spider-Man. But this has been a pretty good successor and a fun read. So that is Superior Spider-Man number 6 from Marvel Comics. Next, moving back to Image Comics, we're going Universal Monsters, Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, number 1. Universal Monsters Dracula was really good. James Tynion read it once again. He excels at writing horror stuff. And this is a good issue. Kind of picks up after, I guess, the original Creature from the Black Lagoon. You have this detective who is looking for a murderer who is like has been drowning people and getting away with it and running pretty much. And you kind of get the idea that maybe this detective herself was a victim that somehow lived from this killer, and that's why she's chasing them down. Pretty cool art. Nothing like, I'm not going to say it's not standing out, because I really think everybody's art, there's something unique about everybody doing art. But it's got some really cool pages. Get a cool shot of the creature. Let's see here. So it's a cool shot of the creature. But yeah, it's a good read. I'm looking forward to where it goes from there, to see how it picks up. Doesn't seem like the creature's evil, but I don't think in the original he was even supposed to be evil either. So yeah, definitely going to continue to pick this up, and looking forward to seeing what the next Universal monster is. Because I mean, we have Frankenstein, obviously. You have you could do the Invisible Man as far as the universe, that Universal monsters. You could do Wolfman. There's just so much stuff they can get with. So I actually think this is kind of a bold, interesting choice that they did Creature from the Black Lagoon second. But it's been a good read. So excited to read the second issue. So that is Creature from the Black Lagoon Lives, #1 from Image Comics. Next from Image Comics, continuing the fun stuff, we have Feral #2. Feral is just a crazy comic. It's pretty much cats living in a zombie world because the animals they're in the woods with have rabies. Kind of got a shocking twist at the end of the first one that I have a feeling they don't really completely address in this issue, but I have a feeling that it's gonna come to a head of what happens. So, but here's a couple pictures of it. It's really cool. It's like if Disney made horror movies. Actually, like, it's just a really fun. Like the animals are very expression. They have very good expressions. They're very like relatable characters. Except it's like watching a Disney movie. You just relate to the characters, so it makes you really like them. You get a few flashbacks in this one of the character Lord. He's kind of the baby or the runt of the group, and you just see some more stuff about him. It's kind of sad, and it's past. Nothing too terrible, but mostly it's just gruesome and crazy. Another great read, and just continuing. I can't wait to run into the third issue of this. They do meet up with some other cats to help them. They're outside cats because they are indoor cats that were being taken to the pound in the first issue. So you find some outside cats who help them out and keep them out of harm's way for the most part in this issue. So I'm not gonna say too much because this is just one of those things that I really recommend people should read. I definitely recommend also picking up Stray Dogs. I need to read it myself, but from what I've heard and what I've seen of it, it's a really fun read. So looking forward to Feral #3, and also if you ever get the chance just to look online, look up Feral and just look up Feral comic book and look up some of the variant covers. They're super homage-y to horror movies. There's a Halloween homage, Nightmare on Elm Street. It's a blast. They're really fun. So, but yeah, Feral #2 is from Image Comics. Great read. Then we have, of course, and Marvel going in. I'm not gonna say this is not the last comic, but this is probably still once again one of my favorite reads. There's another one that came close to it this time. Feral was also up there, but obviously Ultimate Spider-Man #4. I've also picked up a variant cover for it as well. It's a fun variant with I love the homage to Peter in the half mask, half face with the spider sense going on, and obviously you'll see it up there. It's a really fun, really cool variant cover. Once again, we pick up in April. I will say they got a different artist to draw this one because their other artist was taking a break. But even though they did, I'll be honest with you, it flows really well. It still doesn't look a ton different. It looks different enough, but it looks, the colorist really does a good job of like just, you know, blending it still, and it just looks, you know, it didn't take me out of it at all having it as an artist. We get the awesome introduction of Harry Osborn's wife, who turns out to be Gwen Stacy in this universe, and she's kind of, we're not really sure about her. She seems very like Cersei type character from Game of Thrones, where she's just a powerful woman who's in charge, and not that's a bad thing, but she's got a very just mystery to her, and you're not quite sure what her motives are. But she comes off as a really cool character. This issue's like a very interesting one because once again, this is the second issue out of 4 issues where we just get no Spider-Man whatsoever. But it's such a well written story, and it's just the tension builds between, you have Harry and Gwen dining out with Peter and MJ, and you just get some more backstory about their life, and you know, you get like maybe ulterior motives because you get Gwen offering MJ like a position to help Jonah and Ben's paper, because MJ's kind of taking them under her wing, and she's like their publicist type thing, and it's just interesting. You get some real fun scenes with Uncle Ben babysitting the kids. You get some good moments between Harry and Peter talking about their secret identities and the fact that Harry has told Gwen about his, and he just kind of encourages Peter to tell Mary Jane. And by the end of the issue, you do get this moment where, you know, it seems like Peter might tell Mary Jane. So I don't know. Once again, we've got get those fun to be continued moments, you know. So we'll see how it goes. We also get a very cool with great power comes great responsibility moment, and it's not from who you think it would be from. So, as always, great issue, cool variant cover. This continues to be the best Spider-Man story on the market for me. Amazing, I've heard it's picked up a little bit, which on that note, I will say, I did pick up the Peach Momoko variant cover for Amazing Spider-Man number 48, which will pop up here. I haven't read it, really, so I'm not going to talk about it, but the cover was just, Spider-Gwen's my favorite character, obviously, as I always say, and really cool Peach Momoko cover for her. So, then our last comic is it's an oversized comic, and I gotta stop doing this to me because I do not want to buy magazine bags and boards as well to bag and board these, but it is called Spectrograph. It is number 1, and it is also written by James Tynion IV. The dude gets around. I don't know how this man writes as much as Stephen King, as far as just his stories. This is from Distillery, is the company that I believe produced it. And yeah, this is issue 1. Pop it up here, the main cover, and as I'll go through it, this is very uniquely drawn. Get a good shot of this. So here's just a scene shot from it, so you can't really like tell too much from that. Hopefully you can get an image of this. It's such a big book. Here's some of the art. Here's an introduction of one of the main characters we start following. And pretty much, we don't know much. It's a good mystery book so far, kind of mystery horror. You just kind of open with what seems like a cult meeting, and this the leader of them, or I guess maybe he was an ex-member, comes in and just kind of like breaks down how like he spent all this money into this stuff trying to prove the occult exists, the other side exists, ghosts exist, to find nothing. And he says, but it's not fair because they should. So I don't it has a very, very 13 Ghosts feel to it, because they then you pick up with the main character who is a real estate agent, and she's selling a house, and she meets up. There's some other crazy stuff going on with her that I won't tell you too much about it. It's kind of disturbing that she chooses to continue on to sell this house because she's late, even though she did something really bad beforehand. And yeah, she gets to the house, meets the buyers, kind of the buyer's apprentice. The buyer isn't even there. They don't want to talk. They just want this apprentice to show the girl to show the apprentice around the house. The house is very like mechanical, and it even takes a key. It's very, like I said, very, very 13 Ghosts. The whole house runs on, it's automated, and the real estate agent takes this girl in there, and just some crazy stuff ensues. And by the end of it, she kind of, real estate agent, realizes that they are trapped in the house and there's something else with them, very like ghost-like. So interesting. Like I said, pretty crazy comic. Definitely going to pick up a second issue. Speaking of cool covers from Jenny Prison, she also did a variant cover of this, which I'll pop up here, which I'm going to pick up. And yeah, guys, that was the comics for April 24th. Next week will be a light week. I think I only have 2 or 3 comics. Also, once again, I'm getting closer to 50 subscribers. You guys have done awesome. I think I've bumped up 4 or 5 since the last video, which is great for me. I've been stuck at 37 for a while. I think I'm over 40 now. So if you please continue to like and subscribe, once we get to 50, I'll make the next announcement for the next next giveaway. Like I said, which I'll confirm it will be a slabbed comic. Don't know which one yet. Like I said, it might be one I get graded and slabbed personally from HeroCon from my personal collection. So we'll figure out from there. But yeah, guys, I'll figure it out and give the announcement once we hit 50 subscribers. And as always, guys, I really appreciate everything. And as always, guys, continue to read comics. I appreciate it. See y'all next time.